Well, we're back. Back for the final time of Season 5. We are in the one and only Austin, Texas, on the Circuit of the Americas. As it is obviously the final race of the season, there's not going to be too many people, but the people that are participating are the real ones. We do love people that are always participating in our races. But as it seems like, with the 8 people that are on right now, Abe will get the Pro Championship, and Samuel Dunn will get the AM Championship as well. As the game forgets how to read. Oh no, it doesn't. There's 9 people on now. How lovely. Well, that's actually not that bad. I will say. I expected 5 people. We got 9. We got some of the best drivers out on track. Anthony Camacho's back. Abe Santama obviously being one of the quickest drivers of the season. Patrick Slowick, he's fighting for P3 in the championship. Alexei Kolubkov, we saw him getting a bit of a battle last time out in Barcelona. That was a really great fight by the Bruno Schnell. And there was also Bruno Schnell, Andre Lloyd, and another couple of people. Luke Mason has now joined the party as well. Another top driver. So we'll see how he and Abe Santama react to each other. And possibly get in a bit of a scrap. That's what we want to see. That is what we want to see. But let's have a look at the current fastest time. It's a 2:06.7. Set by none other but Abe Santama in the Aston Martin. And actually only 2 people setting a lap time so far. I think Moxtux is actually going to come to set his valid lap time. Nope, that was invalid. What did I just get a notification about? That is a weird notification, just some random spammer. Right, well, 10 people out on track. That is already doing better than the first race in the AM split. That is not an easy. That's not a hard target to pass, to be fair. But it does give us a perfect opportunity to talk about the future of these seasons, as this one is now wrapping up to the end, as we just have over 80 minutes, I think, if my math is correct. 80 minutes to go off this season. 82. Somewhere around the 80-minute mark until this season is sadly over. But it does open an opportunity to talk about the next steps. And probably one of the questions that has been asked, and have been asked a lot of times, are about the splits. And that is there to stay. That is there most likely to stay. Not going to be changing that format, because it does bring a sort of sort of reason for AM drivers to be fighting for some position, even if they are on the same track. Some drivers do come in and say that it's been some of their greatest races fighting for podium positions in AM, even if there are only about 5 people in AM. But it does make people more happy to be fighting for the championship. Schedule will still stay the same. No changes to that. It does seem to be our perfect formula in terms of starting on a Saturday at 4 p.m. BST, soon to be UTC. So that'll be going 1 hour behind, I think. So right now 16:00 BST is 15:00 UTC. Oh no, actually it'll be going an hour ahead. There you go. So we'll be going at 4 o'clock UTC. I think next season actually that's going to be starting. That's going to be lovely. Any other improvements to the season still yet to be decided? Some rule changes, most likely, as our ones currently seem a bit vague. So possibly some changes to how the stewarding is doing. The stewarding is done. More fairness as practice is now over. Maybe some fairness towards like each driver and how closely they are penalized. Probably some changes to those sort of I wouldn't call them issues, but changes to those sort of possibilities. Yeah, just an improvement. Longer endurance races are always popular. Wow. I'd say, yeah, that is true. That is kind of what we're trying to do. We're trying to be 2 leagues in one, which is not always working out, especially when I'm away. But definitely endurance races on a Sunday, normal GT3 races on a Saturday seems to be the way that we're going to be continuing our approach to things. Maybe some AC races as well on Sundays, just like the one tomorrow, happening at I think the same time that we do this one, so it's at 4 o'clock BST. I actually need to check that. Multiclass, yeah. Multiclass does get a bit icky though, for one reason that people don't choose GT4 cars, so it kind of makes it a bit useless sometimes. I don't know why I couldn't come up with any words to explain that. Had a 24-hour on Spa LFM, and that was cool. All classes. That is a brave race. But again, I don't really like to compare ourselves to LFM, because what is LFM, like 15,000? Or how many? No, it's probably less than that, but like around the 10,000 mark drivers. And we're only coming up to 1,000 now. Now again, it doesn't mean that we can't do those sort of things, but it does mean that it's harder sometimes to approach multi-class races. We have tried them before in the past. They do get a bit weird, but it is fun whenever it does work. Let's see how quali goes, and if anyone gets a valid lap in. Well, I do think that there's going to be a couple people getting a valid lap in, just like Patrick Slowick and Abe Santama. Yourself will get a valid lap. You've done that before. Felix Palant will as well, but I think the rest might just not do it. I also do think that possibly having teams for the GT3 League might be a way to go, but that also brings out the problem of having, well, let's just do an example of having Abe, Luke Mason, and Vasily Blinov in one team. Kind of does destroy the point of having it. It also means that you have to have more people joining, which both are kind of problems in that sense. A possibility for an endurance league, and not endurance league, we're already a league. An endurance series is definitely up in the atmosphere. Definitely would love to try that, because I'm not even sure if it would work in any way. As I please turn off this stream. There we go. Abe Santima sets the quickest lap time, 2:06.5, which is too many tenths quicker than Patrick Slowick. Nearly a second quicker, but definitely not a second quicker. Is it Samil Dunn now sets a lap time of a 2:08? Josh Buckhorter sets a 2:09.000. That is a really precise lap time. Also, I would like to know what sort of little circuits you'd like to see for next season, because Cota's definitely not being a fan favourite. That's all I can say. I know that Spa needs to get a bit of a reboot, because we haven't seen Spa since season 4, I believe, as Camacho spins off, flashing his lights, and Samil probably thinking that he got pushed off or forced off the track. I don't think there's going to be anybody challenging Abe Santima for his position, as he's going 6 tenths quicker than his 2:06.5. That is going to be a 2:05 if he can. No, he doesn't hold on to it. He is slowing down, and it's just going to be another 2:06.3. I say another. That is still really quick. Patrick Slowick, though, getting really close to that lap time too. A 2:06.4. That is only a 1.5 tenths off. Josh Buckhorter also going 2:07.7. That is a really great lap time. Alexei Kolobkov going to be setting his first flying lap time. But before that is going to be Felix Palin. We've seen him do a 2:07. Good luck to today's drivers. Well, thank you, John. Oh, sorry, Gibson. Mixing up the names. Moxtuck sets a 2:14.7, so he sets a valid lap time. And now Felix Payant sets a 2:08.0. Alexei Kolobkov going to be coming behind him with a... can't predict that, actually. Probably going to be a 2:08. Is it going to be a 2:08? It's going to be a 2:06. You see, I'm not that great at prediction. I had no clue what sort of lap time he was going to do at all. We're also going to have Luke Mason set his lap time shortly. Abe still struggling to find his pace. As it looks like he's just wrestling with the car, to be fair. He's saying that he wants to move on. He says that he wants to possibly move on to the Honda, because that is one of the next quickest cars on the grid. And he's going to set a 2:05.9. I think that's beaten his personal best, actually. It is beating his personal best. There you go. Is it Samuel Dunn going to be setting another personal best here? He's going green so far. Nobody's going to be going purple, I don't think. And it is a 2:07.9. Moves him up one position. Next is going to be Felix Palin, but they're currently not improving. But the next person's going to be Mockstux, and they're actually on a 2.2 second improvement. And it is going to be a 2:12.3. Royce Wilson now just trying to get around this track. Going personal best so far. And it is going to be a 2:09.1. And Luke Mason sadly invalidating their 2:07.2, which would have put them just in front of Josh Buckwater. And I think that's going to be the theme of today's race. It's going to be a lot of drive-throughs, possibly. And possibly, well, actually a lot of track cuts. I just got donuts brought to me. And they are absolutely stunning, but I don't think I'm actually going to be eating them right now on the stream. But they are, oh, cannot wait to shove them in my face. Quick question, is it going to rain in Bathurst next week? Well, there is going to be full cloud coverage, so it's going to be 100% cloud, which does sometimes bring out the rain. But the weather randomness is going to be set so it doesn't have such a high chance of raining on Bathurst. And that is probably one of the last things you want on Bathurst, for it to be raining, so I do not expect any rain. That is not what it's not what I want. But it might happen, because it is a game that has variable settings. Shame. Huh. It's a shame that it's not going to be raining on Bathurst. I'm looking forward to the carnage, wow. Not sure if I should allow you to drive. That is an interesting take, that's for sure. Just don't do what I did in Season 3. Don't cause a massive pile up on the first lap in turn 2. I think I caused it in turn 2, yeah. I went down the inside, and then somebody went down the inside of me in a closed door, and yeah, that just piled on. Oh yeah, that was you. Oh, I forgot. It was you. Oh, yeah. Well, that's definitely a memory, though. That has to be the greatest assassination by me. Took out more than half the field. And one of them being Mohammed Irfan as well. That's the one that I originally hit. And then you went down my inside. And I thought that was cheeky. I wonder where we're gonna end up with the Porsche next week. Ouch. Porsche. Out of all cars that Vgtr Esport could have taken, they choose the Porsche. Yeah, because no one else was using it. Yeah, well, also it's pretty okay on the mountain. I wouldn't say it's the car that I would choose. Seems like the most popular choice so far is the Mercedes and the Honda. Only one person using the Bentley, one person using the Lamborghini, 2 people using the Audi, and 1 person using the Porsche, which is us. Actually, it was surprisingly stable. Managed to tour 2 pretty easy. Well, as long as you can bring a good result to the table, then I think I'm going to be pretty happy. But if there is no result brought to the table, I'm not sure if I can. Not sure if I can allow you to drive anymore. Since obviously it's my team. Abe wanted to bring out the team. The Rater. Oh, jeez. I guess he should be banned instead. The Writer, wow. I'd say bring out the Writer if we ever do Monza. Or bring out the Jag. Either one of those cars. But Writer on Bathurst, that is a no-no. The Jag, yeah. Can't do anything with it. You own a Jag? I love this meme, yeah. By the way, a question, will you be participating next season? I haven't seen you this season, obviously. That's unfortunate. Because you're one of the quicker drivers. A board. Just in the middle. Who's managed to do that? Probably not, because I randomly have to do work on weekends. Huh. On weekends? Weekend job, ouch. That is not great. But that is unfortunate then. Next season is also going to be 50% of the races. That is actually fine though. Because that is the rule that we have allowed. You can miss 50% of the races if you want. It's no longer a requirement to do a third of the race, 2/3 of the races. Might join and attend when I can. Yeah, go for it. But is that qualifying over? Is people not doing their lap times? Anthony Camacho stopped. Mark Stux is stopped as well. So are you still with us for the 24 hours of Spa? Of course I am. I still practice on an off day. I hope we're still driving the Audi, because I'm still pretty good at it. Because if we drive something like the Ferrari or the Honda, I don't know if I will be able to do that. Damn it. Not the Honda, man. I just got so used to the Audi, I don't think I can do the Honda. But I might try it, just for the sake. But only if one of you gets a good setup for it, because I'm not good at making them setups. Especially for newer cars. I've just really adopted the Audi though, because it's a crazy car. And I can really manage the acceleration really well, so that's why I really enjoy it. But yeah, I'll definitely give it a try. One that allows me to get 18.1 and quali trim pretty easy, sure. Send it over. I'll definitely have a nice go at it. As Luke Mason is now the final person to come across the line. Are they going to be improving on their lap time? They don't. Now we can press drive, and that is the grid for today's race. A pretty short grid, but it's enough because the racing should be quite good. Actually, Kolubkov and Luke Mason and Slowick and Abe, all really quick drivers. So sad that there are only 10 guys racing. Yeah, well, it's sort of the thing that we expect on these final races, the sort of thing that we try to improve on. Yeah. That's what we're gonna try and improve on. And also maybe set the pro boundary a bit higher up. So, Spa, maybe 219.3, maybe Bathurst at 2035 as the boundary for pro, I mean. Some stuff like that. And then get as many people to sign up and as many people to do the license runs. Only 3 of my quality laps were valid. Fortunately, the fastest one was one of them, yeah. Or just divide them in 2 splits based on time and hot laps. As in, let everybody do a lap time and then get 20 in pro, get the first 20 in pro, get the last 20 in AM. Could work. Did that in season 2. Wasn't the greatest. That's why we're still thinking of having a time to actually beat. Gonna be honest, I haven't done a single lap around Cota. I'm not looking forward to it. I don't think you have to do it anyway. Cota is not a great track. I do have to say that it's not a great track. I was really looking forward to it. I tried it. I think 2 laps of it. Not a track you want to drive. I think Indianapolis is actually a bit better than it. It's got good flow. Cota, it has good flow. But it is hard to master. It's harder than Bathurst to master. And that took me a while. The fast corners would be more fun in a car with more downforce. Yeah, like a Formula 1 car, which is why it looks absolutely crazy when the Formula 1 cars go around it. I like Watkins most. Yeah, of course. Out of the 3 American tracks, yeah, it's the best. Doesn't have my livery, lol. Yeah, well, golden car. Golden. Not sure what you mean. Oh, it's a Red Bull. You chose the Red Bull car. It looks a bit gold. It's a bit less gold, but we could do our little track walk now. It'll take us about 30 seconds, I think. Abe Satima gets pole position. Next to him, Patrick Slowick. Then in third place, Alexei Kolubkov. Then it is Luke Mason taking fourth. Josh Barquarter in fifth. In sixth is it Samil Dunn. In seventh, Felix Paland. In eighth, Royce Wilson. In ninth, Anthony Camacho. And in 10th, Moxtox. That actually took less than 30 seconds. I need to have so many time now. I'm getting graining on the tires after 3 laps. Well, we'll see. See if you're able to do this track. What is that glitchy noise? Why does this track have awful audio? Right. Right, well, just a couple minutes to go now until the drivers will be ready to roll for their formation lap. One of the longest circuits of the ACC roster. One of the longest circuits of the season. Probably is the longest circuit of the season. It is. Only Paul Ricard gets it any closer to that. But even then, Paul Ricard gets about a 156, 155. Starting grid in the marbles. Get the text in a broom. Oh, it is in the marbles. Oh, that is not great. Anybody starting on the left-hand side, that's why I'm saying left, might not benefit from that. So Abe Santama is actually going to be starting in the marbles. So is Alexei Kolubkov, Josh Buckwater, Felix Palin, Anthony Camacho, and oh yeah, that's it. So it is a Dutchie, a Russian, an American, an American, an American. 3 Americans starting in the marbles. Actually, how many Americans do we have today? I think we only have 3 Americans. So about a third of the grid is American today, which is quite fitting for the Cota race. Where is Matas on this bright day? He did say he was going to come and watch. Now he's not. Good luck, everyone. Yeah, absolutely. More than good luck. Good luck with not spinning. Good luck with not getting track penalties for going off at some random chicane. Well, actually, the whole track is a massive chicane if you've seen it. Actually, no, you see it right there. That's the track map of it. Looks like... I can't even explain what it looks like. It's as if somebody was told to draw a triangle, but like fancy. It looks horrible. Yeah, it's pretty much a right angle triangle, but with some turns in the middle. God, I do not like that camera. It's eerily quiet. Yes. They now come to the massive back straight. But going about 60 miles per hour is not ideal on a massive high speed, I don't know, part of the track. Yeah, can reach just about 258, 261 kilometers per hour on these back straight. It's not that long, but it does feel long. Just like this formation lap, it feels very, very long, very, very dull. You can't really talk about much, except people are warming up their tires and, well, we already have a championship decided. The championship has already been decided. Yeah, is it Samuel Dunn getting P1 in the AM championship and Abe Santama also getting P1 in the championship? Unless Vasily Blinov decides to show up in dramatic fashion. Or maybe Patrick Slowick gets the championship. I'm not sure. I don't think any of those things will happen. But now we are on the straight finish line. The lights are going to go out. And the green flags are going to be... Green flags are going to be... Green flags are going to be... Come on. Waved as the track gets underway, the race gets underway, and the track becomes much more live as Abe Santama takes a very nice line through this corner and nearly gets overtaken by Patrick Slowick and Alexei Kolubkov, but doesn't. Actually, Alexei Kolubkov overtakes Patrick Slowick for P2, and Abe Santama now going to be flying away. Alexei Kolubkov also trying to get P1 from him, but I don't think he's actually going to have enough pace on this opening lap, not enough tire warmth to get ahead of the Dutch driver. There was some contact behind us, but I don't think it actually affected too many people. As Mockstucks now, oh no, actually it did affect some people. Anthony Camacho, he's went down a bit, and Mockstucks and Anthony Camacho getting close together, just like Camacho was getting very close to the back of Royce Wilson. Not sure if that move was too clean from Anthony Camacho and Mockstucks, but there's definitely some weird thing going on as now Patrick Slowick gets overtaken by Luke Mason, but Luke Mason is now under attack from Patrick Slowick again, and Patrick Slowick now overtaking him. Luke Mason trying to retaliate, but not enough speed and not enough gap there in order to get ahead. Luke Mason still traveling right behind him, still trying to find some clean air, some open space to get ahead of the McLaren driver. And at one point he was ever so close, he was actually ahead, and now stuck behind him just over a second. Is it Samuel Dunn? Very close to the back of Josh Buckwater. Behind them also Felix Paland. And is it Samuel Dunn looking for an overtake? down into the first corner. He might be going a bit wide in order to get a better exit. Felix Palin is behind him now, also trying to get a great overtake done on the both of them. It is the Aston Martin versus the BMW versus the Porsche. It is going to get very nice here, as Felix Palin just falls behind through the twisty corners. There isn't actually any names for these corners, which throws me off a ton. Felix Palin is now going to be going down the inside of Semil Dunn, and they make contact, which puts both of them out of... Well, it puts them out of the fight. Can I have a look at the replay? That is way too far back, but maybe it will show us. This is a whole minute replay. And this is Semil Dunn trying to overtake Josh Buckwater. Doesn't happen here, but then we're going to have Felix Palin who tried to overtake him. He went a bit slow through these twisty corners. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Oh no, he actually had to brake for the BMW. Now went a bit off the track. No, he didn't. And it was into this corner. You could just see, just before the collision, what was going to happen. Sadly, I don't have the full replay now, which is mildly annoying. Alexei Kolobkov still trying to get the gap down. And Luke Mason getting closer to Patrick Slowick. Alexei Kolobkov now sets the quickest lap time of the race. And is on a mission to overtake Abe Santama. But before that, Semil Dunn is on the back of Moxtux. And he's gonna try and go around the outside of turn 1. And it does work, as Moxtux looks like let him through, which is a nice thing to do. And Anthony Camacho also getting ahead of Royce Wilson, but Royce Wilson doesn't like that. He's gonna try and go retaliate. He got ever so close, but not close enough, as Luke Mason is to the back of Patrick Slowick. Patrick Slowick trying to get the 3rd place in the championship today. Don't know what the point differences are between each driver, but it's definitely getting pretty close, as Luke Mason is now going to try and send it down the inside into the heavy braking zone. They nearly made contact, but they just gave each other enough room to not collide, and now they're going to be going side by side into the couple of corners, very long twisty corners. Luke Mason not giving up just yet, and Patrick Slowick doing a great job at defending against the British driver. Abe Santama now getting a 2:06.4, which is the fastest lap time of the race. And, ooh, Luke Mason, is he going to try and go down the inside? He doesn't. He actually went way slower. And Royce Wilson now, behind them, is going to be going for a successful overtake on Camacho. It didn't quite play into his hands. Camacho defending pretty well. Royce Wilson trying to send some lovely overtakes his way, but they're not quite getting through. Royce Wilson now towards the heavy braking zone. Will he get this overtake done before the massive straight line? No, he doesn't. But now he's got this massive slipstream that he can get from the back of the Mercedes. And it is going to be soon enough a drag race to the heavy braking zone. He's getting a lot of time here as he's going to get into the left-hander and not go for an overtake, which is surprising. But probably trying to save his energy to get a better overtake done into the next couple of corners. Or maybe trying to force an error from Anthony Camacho. Only time will tell. As they're now going to go into the final corner. Royce Wilson, oh, he tried to go for an overtake over there, but again, not enough space. Not worth the risk. Royce Wilson will try and go for another overtake here, I think. But again, he's way too far back to try any sort of maneuver on the American driver. And Royce Wilson nearly touching the back of Anthony Camacho. They get very close, but not close enough. To be hitting each other. And Royce Wilson, again, it's very weird. These couple of corners, and now Samuel Dunn is going to be trying to go around the outside of both of them. Maybe down the inside into the next couple of twisty corners. Why is the camera not panning quick enough? Yep, Samuel Dunn has got him. He was just caught napping to these corners, and now he's paid the price. And Felix Palin behind them also going to be trying to get the overtake on Royce Wilson. And Royce Wilson just nearly hitting the back of Samuel Dunn. This is becoming a four-way battle for P7. P8 is P6, my bad. Yes, Samuel Dunn is going to try and look down the inside of Anthony Camacho. And again, nothing happening there. He tries. He puts his nose in front. He nearly touches him. And now he's going to be round the outside into the next couple of corners, compromising his exit out of these next corners. Royce Wilson now goes down the inside, which goes round the outside now. And that is nearly a beautiful overtake, but he is completely... it's completely destroyed by those bumps as he goes just very, very wide. And Slowick now, by the way, can I cut to that? Slowick now really pressuring the back of Alexei Kolupkov. Behind him still Luke Mason trying to get that overtake done on him. So what did I say about the ability of these drivers? Even if there's only 10 of them, there's still a lot of great racing going on. Just like these three and the 4 behind them. As Patrick Slowick tries to get his nose in next to Alexei Kolupkov, and now they're going to be going side by side through the back straight. But that is only compromising him, because now Luke Mason has the slipstream of Alexei Kolupkov, and he's going to be ahead before they even get to the corner. Which I don't think is what Luke Mason thought, which is what Patrick Slowick thought was going to happen, because Luke Mason has now put himself into second place. Just in that one easy move, he put himself into second place, sorry. Now Alexei Kolupkov is not really enjoying that turn of events. And he is going to be doing all he can to get that position back. And well, there you go. Luke Mason and Alexei Kolupkov coming together. We can actually have a look at that. If they're going to come into the first corner, and Alexei Kolupkov just getting very hot, and Patrick Slowick just hit him as well. That is exactly what happened as they came into the first corner. That is very unfortunate, all I can say. But that is definitely one way to get your position back. Not the right way, but the best way. And oh my god, Patrick Slowick and Luke Mason also coming together. That Not something that I expected. We're actually gonna have a look at the replay of that. And it is again into the first corner. What is going on with these people? So Patrick Slowick still behind Luke Mason. Luke Mason braking very well. Patrick Slowick completely missing his braking point and, well, taking out Luke Mason for no apparent reason. I feel like Patrick Slowick might have a bunch of penalties coming his way after this race. Oh, no more big dramas going on. Just everybody chilling out a bit. Still not sure why Patrick Slowick made those decisions that he did. But we won't judge it. Still a pretty long road ahead of him in terms of this race. Alright, and we're back. And there seems to be a fight brewing between Camacho and Felix Palant, the two Americans, out on this track, scrapping it for P7. And sadly, with Felix Palant driving the slower car in a straight line, he's not going to be benefiting from too much straight line speed at all. But definitely will have higher downforce through these corners. Still, Felix not able to overtake Camacho for 7th place. It's been a while now. And now, actually, Anthony Camacho comes into the pit. So there is Felix Palant. A free ticket to get some clean laps in. And let's see, Royce Wilson now also comes into the pits. Luke Mason, now he's getting very close to the back of Alexei Kolupkov, the one that he was fighting with until he got taken out by Patrick Slowick. As all know, actually, Luke Mason comes into the pits as well as Abe Santama. And Luke Mason now also comes out of the pits, just over 30 seconds behind Abe Santama, which is a crazy thought that Abe Santama has pulled such a massive gap. And look at that, Felix Plainant now getting chased by Abe Santama, who's already pitted. Abe Santama already pitting. Felix Plainant still yet to pit, and he does so right now. As if I was his race engineer telling him to do that. And no, not those stupid... Okay, thank God. It was gonna be again that stupid audio playing in the pit lane where it's some guy taking an interview. And every time it's super glitchy. But we just have under 30 minutes to go now. And now Alexei Kolobkov comes into the pits. And so does Mockstocks. Where does Alexei Kolobkov come behind? Oh, he actually comes in front of Luke Mason very far ahead. Still Felix Pena getting chased by Anthony Camacho as lap 17 begins. So sorry for my incidents. Yeah, well, they've been interesting to look at. Might end up with a bunch of time penalties, that's all I know. Felix Pena now, he's getting way ahead of Anthony Camacho. Rip Santimus, that's the quickest lap time of the race. Wow. So late into the race as well. A 2:06.1. Alexei Kolubkov now lapping Mark Stocks, that's the one. Couldn't say the name. "13 minutes left of this race. Still not much happening. Well, I wouldn't expect much to happen anyway at this time of the race. Oh, is it Samil Dunn now comes into the pits? Interesting. Second time. Or did he never go into the pits originally? Hold on. That is his second time going into the pits. Weird. Maybe experiencing some large graining. Just now under 7 minutes to go. Still silence on the track. Well, not silence, literally, but not too much going on. Royce Wilson now into the pits. Weird, it doesn't say that he's in the pits, but... he's just out of this world. Quite literally, he's not there. There he is. Oh no, he is in the pits. What am I on about? Not sure why he's in the pits at all. Weird. But for whatever happened, for whatever reason, he is in the pits. And I think this will be the final lap of the race. We can do the parade lap, or would you even call it a parade lap, with our current championship winner and, well, current championship leader and winner when they cross the line, Abe Santama. Alexei Kolubkov also coming into the pits. So people really suffering from some, yeah, from whatever, I guess, tire graining, because about 3 or 4 people coming into the pits as Abe Santama laps Josh Cota. And now just through the penultimate corner and up to the final corner they go. Abe Santama is going to be the race winner, and for the first time in Vgtr history is going to be the championship winner as well. Well done to the Vgtr Esport driver as well, so collecting all of the trophies and doing some celebratory donuts just as a little victory salute. And truly deserved for all the races that he's done, for all the races that he's won this season. Definitely been one of his strongest seasons to this date, and we hope to see him back for Season 6, just like I want to see you back for Season 6 as well. I will admit it is going to be a long, long wait. About 3 or 2 weeks wait until Season 6 gets underway. But it should be bigger than ever and better than ever. And let's see if Abe has said anything in the chat. Actually, no, I'm going to say well done, Abe. Champion. And that is pretty much all. What did he say? He said something back to champion. A great race, Abe. Good finish for the championship. Yeah, and that is the end of today's race. And there's only one more race to go tomorrow this week, which actually I will be streaming from my perspective as I will be taking part in it. It is going to be the Assetto Corsa multi-class LMP and GT3 race on Sebring, which is going to be a 2-hour race. And that should be a bunch of fun. Oh, Royce Wilson actually got disqualified. Oh, what's up with that? But thank you so much for watching this season. Thank you so much for following the season and racing if you guys were watching and racing. All the people that put it randomly had TTs. Oh, alright, okay. Well, it doesn't show on my screen for some reason, but thank you for letting me know. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting this season. It's not going to be the end of the weekly streams though. There is still going to be a lot of different one-off races, like the one tomorrow, the one next week, which is going to be the Halloween special on Bathurst, and another one to come soon as well. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you tomorrow